A couple of things. Want to make sure you go over how you get your reflection assignments and how you see how they're graded and how to approach them. So here I'm looking at the course content. First way to get to the reflection is through the unit folder, Unit 1 reflection. A couple of things real quick before we get started. Your first unit reflection will be 7 essay questions. A paragraph should be sufficient, although you can make it longer. If you make it less than a paragraph, let's say you make it 2 or 3 sentences, then that's not really going to be a reflection, and I'm probably going to score you very low. My advice, don't do this with 15 minutes before a class. Look at it first, reflect on it, and come back and finish it. You have a whole week to do it. Actually, you can do the unit reflection at any time after you've started the initial post in the peer review, because you've gotten some content and you know what the unit's about. So you can go and come back as you please. If you continue, this is in the first page, but it says you're supposed to be answering these questions, like I said before, and you can save it for later, because what you can do is you can look at the question. So let's look at like question number 2, for example. The second learning outcome is that by the end of the course, students should be able to organize information to show understanding and help solve problems. Answer the following in order and keep your response organized. So what are the 3 things I'm asking for? What previous experience do you have in showing your understanding of a problem? Be specific, i.e., have you had to show your problem or explain setup of a math problem in a previous course? 2, do you think organizing information to show understanding is something that you're already good at, or will you have to work at it, and why? Be specific. As a future teacher, what value will you get out of improving your ability to organize information and show your understanding? Those questions are not something that you can just answer in 2 seconds. You got to really think about them. So let's say you looked at them and then you say, well, let me see how I'm being scored. Every single question has a rubric associated it. Here's the rubric. Okay, and then you say, all right, I'm going to sit down and read this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I feel this way, blah, blah, blah. Or let's say you keep it really organized. Like you're like, okay, here's question 1, my answer. Question 2, my answer. Question 3, my answer, right? The more clear you are, the better for me, okay? This is also important. Did you see what I just did? I kind of misspelled a word, so I corrected it using spell check. Last semester, there were many people who did not do any kind of spell check or grammar check on their essay questions, and I definitely am looking for that. So if you don't see it explicitly stated in the rubric, you should probably just assume that you have to do some kind of spell check. I'll try to incorporate that as much as I can. Now notice, look, it says saved. So I'll save all answers. Now, do not push save and submit, because if you do that, that means that you can't answer the rest of the questions. So what you do is you say, okay, I'm done with this for now, but I want to come back later, so just click off of it and leave. Then if you go back to it later, I'm sorry, I apologize. I won't get one. There we go. If you come back to it later, then what I wrote here should be still here. Okay. Unit 2, heads up. You're going to have to do a reflection video that's actually making a video, and a lot of people had a really hard time with that last semester. They did not like that they had to make a video. I think it's just because it kind of creeped up on them, so now I'm just warning you in advance that your reflection for this chapter is going to be a video, and there's pretty explicit instructions and very explicit rubric on here of what to do, but I'm happy to answer any questions in the open forum or via email. All right, thanks a lot.